Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys!
Today we're going to be talking all about Fantastic Beast. Woohoo!
Yep. And we don't have Andrew to stop us when we start ranting. So,
Oh,
like,
it's a
there's.
girls cast today. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, let's start off with there's two films out. I'm going to give a little basis here. First film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yep.
Made in 2016 and so let's see. It was based in 1926 New York. Second movie, 2018, and Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, and came out and it was based on 1927. Grindelwald isn't defeated until 1945, and the whole point of this movie series that's coming out is to lead up to that, because there's not a lot of information on it. Dumbledore never really shared much in Harry Potter, and so this is all based way before Harry Potter. So it's pretty cool to be able to see that. All right, so let's start off with favorite movie. We have only two to pick from, so you know. All right, Tiffany, you want to start us off?
Um, so I think my favorite or at this second, it's probably Crimes of Grindelwald. Just, it's really cool to, like, see, like, it went more in depth than, like, Newt's childhood. It also went more in depth with Dumbledore. Like, seriously, looking at Dumbledore as a teacher, I have teachers who are a lot like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, the way it just dug into some of the backstories of some of the people we love, like from Harry Potter, it was, I liked that.
Yeah, I would have to say that mine is definitely Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Just because I really liked finding more about like these specific animals that were in the
Yeah,
wizarding world,
definitely.
and I liked seeing like more of the wizarding world in America. I like seeing that a
Yeah.
lot. That to me was super cool to be able to find
So
more about.
I also gotta say, my opinion is a little biased because I haven't seen Fantastic Beast in a while. I've just watched Crimes of Grindelwald recently, so that, like, my opinion's still biased. But I think Fantastic Beasts and like Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald is a great way to dig into characters' backstories and still like continuing on the series and stuff. Like it's right before the Marauders, which I personally say if they were to, like, J.K. Rowling, wink wink, like if you came out with a Martyrs movie series, I would totally watch it. Like even if it's just like 1 year. Oops. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, like, I just the movies are both really good, but I would say things went more of like my way, I guess you could say, than Crimes of
yeah,
Grindelwald. There's a lot of stuff that kind of made me really mad. Spoiler alert, warning coming up. I don't want, if you haven't seen it yet, you should. It's a really great movie, so I don't want to spoil it for you. So pause it
yeah.
here and go watch it.
Yes, like pause it right here, go
Yeah,
watch it, and come right back.
yeah. So Queenie, Queenie in the movie, she loves Kowalski, and I liked that a lot. Like I liked their relationship, and I kind of like that kind of like forbidden kind of thing. I think that works really
Yeah,
well for them. But I will say, the
I
whole
didn't like how
spell
they.
thing and the way things went down in the
Yeah,
beginning
I
of that
didn't like how they
movie,
did that in Grindelwald.
yeah,
That
stabbed to the heart.
like I understood that kind of added a like it kind of made sense for when like the end of the movie. It made the end seem a lot more sense, but even then, it just doesn't seem right with her
That's what,
character.
yeah. But also, like the ending of the movie, also another stab to the heart, man. It's wild. It's so wild. It doesn't. I mean, like I understand that, like it, it really adds a lot to it. Like it adds a lot of thought, and it
And
definitely
I'm
made me look
very
forward to the
mad.
next
I
one.
I can sit here and rant all day on how horrible it is for J.K. Rowling. Like, I know she didn't, like, make all the choices, but this is the first movie that has her name on it. Like, you see Harry Potter Wizarding World J.K. Rowling, and it ends in a cliffhanger. Like, come on! You
But
could
I
have
think it was
done about the...
it made sense for her, but it was still just kind of like, really, man?
That's a stab in the heart.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but I mean, like, Queenie, wild. Wild, man, wild.
I also love how awkward Tina and Newt are when they like start
Yes.
talking about.
100% agree with that. I
We
liked
already
that.
said there's gonna be spoilers. Anyways,
Yeah.
we already said there's gonna be some sort of small spoilers, like when they first saw each other after Tina had seen the newspaper. That I loved how awkward it was, but like it was like truthful. Like that's how a relationship's gonna be. Like when you thought something, when that was the total opposite.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It made complete sense, and I kind of liked it because like Newt's an awkward, charming guy. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, okay, favorite character. Let's do that.
I would say it's Dumbledore in my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Young Dumbledore is really
Amazing.
interesting to see.
Young Dumbledore reminds me of our teacher, Mr. Stark, and my 7th grade history teacher, Mr. Hokinson. Like,
Tony Stark, man. Tony Stark in the building. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. So my favorite character, man, Newt's a charmer. Newt's really cute, but I think,
I would say that, but that would be like the most
yeah,
obvious
I'm gonna go
favorite
with
character.
Kowalski because, man, I love that guy's laugh when he took that shot of giggle water. Oh, so funny! I could watch that on repeat for days and not stop laughing. Like it makes me like feel the need to laugh. Like it's so good. It's so good. Um, man, I don't know Kowalski. Like he's just such a character, but Newt's really cute.
He is.
He's actually
It's,
married in real life, and he has 2 or 3 kids.
mm-hmm.
He's just a bit older, just a bit,
He
Not
has
a
been
difference.
like a couple, like a decade or two older.
Yeah, just barely, just barely, you know. um.
Little, I gotta say, young Newt. Like, I don't know
Oh,
what year of Hogwarts he was in, but ooh.
the flashback. Yeah, whenever they had that flashback. Oh, that was
Oh,
so man. That one, young Newt. He just looks so goofy.
mm-hmm.
It was cute. Um, trying to think. All right. So we said favorite movie. Favorite scene. Was there a favorite moment or like scene that really hit?
I think my favorite scene from Crimes of Grindelwald, it's from Crimes of Grindelwald, and it's when Newt and his Niffler, when they were like going around the street looking for like like where's Tina and stuff, and oh wow, that wonderful video.
Yeah, that was good. I know what you're talking about.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but like I like how you got to see a little bit of like the Niffler helping out, and then Newt makes this cute little comment about how narrow her feet
Have you noticed how
are.
narrow her feet is? It's remarkable. Yeah. And Kowalski's like, yeah, yeah,
He's like,
I noticed that. Yeah.
yeah, I noticed the feet of this person, and like clearly Newt likes her, and I think they suit each other well. And then Kowalski's like, dude,
Yeah, he's
I don't
like, you
even
are
pay attention.
not over her.
But he's also like, I don't even think about Queenie that way. I don't sit there and stare at her feet and go, wow, those toes. Like, look at them.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was a really good scene. I would have to say that my favorite, Um. Okay, this is from the first movie, and whenever they go to that like secret like club thing, oh, Tiffany, watch out, brother behind you. Yeah, whenever they go to the club and like he Newt does his bow tie and the ladies are all in their flapper dresses and it was so 1920s. It was perfect. It was just perfect, man. It was spot on. And that just I don't know, that one hit hard. Like not whenever the guy like stole and like robbed them and stuff, but like otherwise it was really good. Um yeah. Yeah, that was just a I think like oh, that was also when Kowalski took that shot of giggle water and he had that incredible laugh. The perfect laugh. It was so good. Like I don't know how they got him to do it like that. Like typically I think when people laugh it's kind of like you slowly get into it, but that laugh was just like it was so phenomenal. I loved it.
I love how every time I lift my arm up, it clears out, but as soon as my hands get down, it will go back to like how
You
horribly.
need to just film
But
like this.
hey
Hey
guys!
guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Like use hand motions while I talk, like be dramatic.
Yeah. It's early. It's not really early. It's like 2:30. Yeah. um yeah, so trying to think what else. Oh, favorite animal.
Niffler, 100% my favorite animal is the Niffler. Like, they're adorable, they have personality. Also, I gotta say, I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I got my DM to let me have a Niffler for a pet, and it was amazing. Her name was Phyllis, and she went and robbed places all the time. It was funny.
I would have to
Because
say so it's between the demiguise and the bowtruckle. The bowtruckle, man, that thing is so cute. It's so
yes, I
cute.
agree.
But the demiguise is like the babysitter and it can disappear, has its own like invisibility cloak. I just thought it was so funny. Um and actually one thing that I think is so cool about the demiguise is that it's possible that the demiguise's hair was actually used to make Harry Potter's most prized possession, his invisibility cloak. That's a theory that's been popping around that I've been seeing, and that makes
Mm.
a lot of sense to me. And that like they like wove in its like hair pelts and stuff. I thought that was so cool, man. Um Ooh, but the Irumphit, you know that like huge animal that like almost killed Kowalski and like crushed his brain? That thing, oh man. It's so cool. Like it's wild. Like I've never seen anything like it. It's like a rhinoceros and a hippo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I really liked. Darn it, I can't think of the name of this creature, but it kind of looks like a lion with face, but it's like a dragon. It was a Chinese something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that was in the second movie. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I loved how like it was almost like a cat where they just pulled up the thing and started waving, and he started waving
I
it
think
and
it's called
making
a
sound.
Nundo or Nundu. No, that's not it. Never mind. Um, yeah, that is. I know what you're talking about. That is so cool. Swooping Evil. That one's cool, but like, who doesn't love the Swooping Evil? Like, you know. You know what's wild to think about? So like, what if somebody's Patronus, like, what if somebody's Patronus was the a Rumpin? And it's like every time they're like, you know, and they get their Patronus out, and it's just like, okay, Rumpin, like, I think that'd be so funny.
It would. It would also be really cool, like if they were to become a animagus, that's what they would turn into, and that would be funny and cool.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That'd be so neat. I'm trying to find what that thing was called. Crimes of Yeah, I just thought that was I don't know, I just thought like that would be just insane. Like if that was somebody's Patronus. I would feel bad for them, truly.
So I gotta say, my on the topic of Patronuses, my Patronus has been multiple things,
Oh yeah.
and so I've had like a fox. I think I had a hippogriff, or I know so it was either I had gotten a hippogriff once, or I know someone who did. I think it's funny though. Like you gotta compliment them before you do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, I like your
That is
hair. All
funny.
right, now we need to get to business.
I found out what that was called. It's called a I don't really know how to pronounce it. Zouwu. So it's like Zawoo.
So,
It's called a giant elephant-sized cat.
an elephant-sized cat. I love that description. A giant elephant-sized cat. I don't know if it can be heard in the background, but my mom's watching The Notebook right now. So, yeah. If you hear background noise, it's the movie The Notebook. Do, 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 do,
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, so it's called a giant elephant-sized cat. Yeah, it's like a Zouwu. I'm gonna call it that. A Zouwu. Zouwu. Yeah, it's 5 different colors. Wow. Or in total.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's cool.
the Japanese water demon. I thought that thing was so cool.
It is. It's so ugly.
It's
It's
like
cute. It's like one of those monsters that you would see in your nightmares, and it's amazing.
you know what's funny? It's like real. Like it's an actual thing. Like if you look up Japanese water demon, it's like an actual thing. It's called a kappa or like kappa, you know?
Wait, does it look like that though?
I mean, there are some differences.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah.
Japanese water demon.
There's some differences, but I will say, they do kind of look similar. Yeah. Oh, wow.
They do, like, they do look like similar.
They do, yeah, I will say that. So let's see. Favorite animal. Favorite bad guy. Like, do you have a favorite character that's not necessarily on the good side per se?
Okay, so I know this is probably like almost everyone else, but I kind of like Grindelwald himself. Like, if you take away the fact that he's like doing the like making chaos. The whole idea of like wizards and like non-wizards living in harmony and like knowing what each other are and being completely 100% honest with each other about what they are and stuff does sound like a good idea. Like they don't have to worry about like having to keep like the statue of secrecy isn't needed anymore. So with that can come now. Now I also understand the standpoint of like with everyone knowing everything, there could be people who are criminals who want to like torture wizards because they didn't get that. And so in a way, like I think it would be really cool, but also like there's always gonna be downfalls.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, so my thought when Grindelwald was like, I want to create chaos. I want like everyone to know about everyone. My initial thought was that's crazy. Like for him to like I'm not saying that like the wizarding world and whatever world we live in, like for that to be
Mm-hmm.
combined, I don't think would be the problem. I think the problem is that he wants to create chaos.
Yeah.
But he also wants to rule over everything.
Like but like the base idea of it, like before he threw himself as like a ruler and before he threw in like throwing chaos and stuff, but like the main basis idea of like wizards and non-wizards, rather it's nomads, muggles, whatever you want to call them, like if like to have them living in harmony together, I think that he had a good idea but came about it wrongly.
Yeah, I think that like my thing is like every time that we see chaos, it's always really hard to control. It's always really hard to rein back in. So how does he think that he can be a total leader, just a total dictator over every single thing that happens in America, everywhere? Like he's like, in my opinion, it came across as he's trying to control everything, the whole world. So how is he going to try and control all that while making everything chaotic? So that was my only doubt that I had in Grindelwald.
Even if you look at our history, like without like magic and stuff, but like looking at like human history, when you try to have only one kingdom of some sort, things go into chaos. Like one person can't control everything. Like even then, they're gonna have to have a corrupted group together. And even then, it's not gonna work. Unless you do something similar to like a democracy. But even then, like even if you look at America with their democracy, there's still a bunch of corruptness. Like if you're friends with the president, you most definitely have like more options. Like you can get $1 million for your historical property instead of giving money for schools.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that.
Yeah.
I'm very annoyed by that part.
I think like it's all very iffy. Like we can't assure ourselves that like Grindelwald can't do it. He's just gonna send the world into chaos and he's not gonna be able to control anything. Well, I mean, like we know he gets defeated, but so I guess like point proven, but I think
that could it happen is like a good question.
I think nay, because I think that so success is based on timing. Like certain people become successful because the chance comes along because of their certain timing, stuff like that. So I think that he wasn't in the time frame to be successful because Dumbledore existed, because Dumbledore happened to be his best friend years prior, so he knew him. So things didn't really align up for him to be able to defeat and conquer everything. So I don't think that it would have been possible whether Dumbledore was the one to defeat him or not. But is it just me, or are you really interested to see how they break the? So They did that bond thing with their
Yeah,
hands. What is it called? Unbreakable bond.
any unbreakable bond, or it could have been an unbreakable vow.
Unbreakable
Vow.
vow. That's it. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Whenever they did that, I'm really interested to see how they can break that because according to history so far, or even in the future, nobody's been able to break an unbreakable vow besides them. So I'm interested to see how they did that and why other people can't recreate it. Oh, but if I had to choose a favorite, like bad guy,
Mhm.
someone who's not particularly on the good side, you know, okay, Credence is great. I don't know if you consider him bad though.
I don't think he's bad yet,
I don't.
but
Well, he did kind of. Well, at the end of the second movie, he did kind of give into the dark side.
yeah,
Um, fantastic Star Wars reference, Savannah. Good job. Thanks. Pat on the back for that. That was good. Join the dark side. We have cookies. Um. Now I'm just self-promoting. No, I'm messing with you. So I think I would consider Credence a. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think that he's a
I think
part of the wrong team.
he went in because he was promised by Grindelwald to like have a family and be safety, which is kind of similar to Star Wars. Like there
Oh
we go.
man,
Like he'll be
the
going.
similarities are
Uh,
endless.
then again, like that was like the beginning of like sci-fi.
I mean, they're a little different, just a little. You know, one's intergalactic, one's wizarding. What's the difference, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a Star Wars cast. Look forward to that, man. Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
We'll add
But
that to our list.
Fantastic Beasts, like, I mean, Credence has been battling a lot, and I don't understand why
Still
we keep.
contemplating if he made a right decision, and that's what I think. Cause like he went in there unsure, but Grindelwald needs him, so the fire didn't kill him because Grindelwald didn't want him to die.
Yeah, Grindelwald needed him. Like, Grindelwald's promising all this stuff to him because he knows, well, you're the only person who's able to live with an Obscurus inside of you longer than the age of 10. So you're powerful as heck. And it's not that, and all Grindelwald has to do is make him mad. All Grindelwald has to do is remind him of how his family abandoned him, his family's dead, like all this stuff. That's all Grindelwald has to do
He
to
wouldn't be able to
empower
say
himself.
how his family abandoned him anymore because he knows the truth, or
Yeah.
as much of the truth as he's gonna get.
Well, we don't really know if that's the truth. That's the thing. Like, when I watched that part where they're like, this is what really happened and stuff like that, I still think that it's so iffy. Nobody, I mean, as much as,
That also makes me think if Credence is a Dumbledore and not a Lestrange, then did someone just kidnap was that woman like of Dumbledore lineage? And if so, that kind of adds more to think into it for me.
that
Like,
lady is what is so interesting because, like, if they had just done that scene with some random chick, I don't think they would have showed her as much as they showed her, and especially her face. There was an emphasis on her face to me, like whenever that scene
like
happened. There's
when she was
something
holding
about
the
her.
baby in the boat, like I think that she is um related to Dumbledore in some way, rather.
Well, here's the thing. We know Dumbledore had a sister, and we know Dumbledore had a brother. It couldn't be the
We also know
sister
that
because the sister died
yeah,
before this time. So it had to have been the brother. So maybe the brother had a wife. Wait, I don't remember if she had, like, if he had a
wait,
wife
when
or
does
not.
Ariana die? Ariana Dumbledore, because that could have been. I don't remember exactly what it said how she died in. Because of that, there's a possibility that might be Ariana Dumbledore and why she died.
Nah, man, that's not her. She died in the 1900s.
Oh, then
In
no.
1900 exactly. She was 13. Yeah.
So
So it can't be her. So let's see. Uh,
then again, there might not be too much information about Adolf Dumbledore. I think that's his name. Because of this reason, exactly. She might be planning
Whoa,
stuff.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, so Aberforth Dumbledore was born a couple years later, but he was born before Ariana. So when she died in 1900, he must have been a little bit older. So people are looking up as Credence Dumbledore's brother. So I feel like people are because people also ask from Google recommended it to me. All right, so Credence is the long lost young brother of Albus himself. And his real name is Areolus. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. Ah. Oh. Whoa.
Wait, that would make a lot of sense and stuff, but also at the same time so Dumbledore's mother died. From the looks of it, the ship that they were on seemed a lot like the Titanic. So were they on the Titanic, or was that later in later, or was the Titanic later?
Let's look up when the Titanic sunk. When did the?
Because
it wasn't the Titanic. Titanic sunk in 1912. The movie's based in 1927, so it couldn't have been the Titanic. So it was a different ship. But so here's the thing. So we know for a fact. Oh wait, does that mean that was Dumbledore's mom? No. It could see. Oh, it was back in time. But wouldn't she have had other kids with him? Wait, were there? Wait, okay. I'm trying to remember in the movie that specific scene when she went in and stole the baby. Wasn't the lady walking out of she had walked out of the room with a young boy in her hand, like holding his hand? Or am I just imagining that?
Do that now.
Huh, that is wild. All right.
I don't get every single detail, but
Okay, so Credence is officially Albus's brother. Okay, so here's an idea. Let's throw this out there. So we know for a fact that that's his brother, and his real name is Areolus. So the woman must have been Dumbledore's mom. So we know for a fact that Albus is the oldest. You know what? Okay, I'm wondering if they ever hinted at anything in Harry Potter, or if Albus just never mentioned it because he didn't really talk much about the defeat of Grindelwald. Okay, sad idea. What if, in order to kill Grindelwald, Credence has to die? And that's why Albus doesn't talk about it, because he had to kill his own brother. Or he had to use his own brother, to kill Grindelwald. Or maybe Credence made a sacrifice or something like that. And Albus just didn't want to talk about it.
That would make sense. Thinking about it.
Oh man, that's so wild. Oh wait, I low-key think I'm right. What if that's what's gonna happen? I mean, we don't know anything, but there's for some at first I just thought that Albus never talked about it because Grindelwald used to be his best friend, and they made that unbreakable vow. But now it's kind of, I think, wait, what if they never broke the unbreakable vow? Maybe that's why nobody can still do it. What if Credence is the one who kills Grindelwald?
All right, so I just watched it. No, she did not walk out with
Okay.
a child. It was just that baby. But it only showed like her top part. So there's a possibility she could have had a kid, but with her, but it didn't pay attention. It didn't they didn't show it.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Wow. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. Unbreakable vow, right? Supposed to be unbreakable. Unbreakable bond thing, yeah. And I said earlier, I wonder if I want to see how they break it because nobody's been able to recreate that or do it again. What if they never broke it? What if Albus talked to Credence or somebody? I feel like they're gonna like sit down with Credence, have a like convo with him, or like capture him to talk to him and explain everything to him, or something like that. And
like fix some ends with Credence to get him back on their side, and then
yes,
Credence.
And then once they do that, then they're like, Credence, we need you to help us defeat Grindelwald, and he has to die in order to do it, or not necessarily die, but maybe something happens by accident. But Albus isn't the one. Albus can't kill him because they have the unbreakable vow.
Mm-hmm.
What if he never actually broke it? What if another Dumbledore just killed him?
That would make so much sense.
I'm so excited for the next movie, man. Ah!
Conspiracy theories.
Man, that's so wild. Ah! Wow. Okay, guys, comment down below like what you guys think and tell us like does this theory make sense? Like if there is something that doesn't align with our like this theory and like how things have been going so far in Harry Potter, like please let me know. I really want to see if this is valid. Okay, wait, if I get this right, I'll have evidence because I have the video.
You called it.
I'm like a mini J.K. Rowling, man. That's all I've ever wanted. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just a fun little update. So Fantastic Beasts, the next movie, they haven't started production yet. They were going to spring 2020, which I think it's spring now. But since this whole coronavirus thing is going on, they've had to delay that. So it was supposed to be released on November 12th, 2021. Which that date has been moved back because it was supposed to be released the end of this year, but they hadn't started production, and I don't remember why they hadn't started production, but they just didn't. So they had rescheduled it for this year, and they weren't going to be able to finish it by the end of the year. So they basically gave themselves an extra year to edit and film everything. So it's supposed to come out November 12th, 2021, which I'm happy about. I like that it's going to be in November because it's near my birthday, first off. And so the second movie that came out, Crimes of Grindelwald, I got to see that the day it came out for my birthday because I was just like, I don't know, these movies are just wild, man. And that's the kind of stuff I want to spend my birthday on, like watching these. That's actually my brother's birthday. That's wild. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah, that's okay. Wow.
I can't wait to see it. We expect a video about that one.
For sure. All right. Here's the fourth and the fifth. All right, so the fourth and the fifth movies have never had release dates, but were originally assumed that we would expect them November 2022 and November 2024. They probably won't be. That probably won't be the case now.
So it'll probably be November
2023
and then November of 2025. That's my guess.
So here's the thing: they were all supposed to be 2 years apart, because we have The first one, which was 2016. Second one, 2018.
And then
Now we're in 2020. It was supposed to come out this year,
fifth
but
year.
because of coronavirus, everything's delayed. So 2021. So they're giving themselves an extra year.
Which means they're probably going to move back the other ones to be every 2 years as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2023 and 2025.
I like the pattern that they were going with, though, and I'm really sad that that kind of cut that off. But
I feel bad too, because like if you have any sort of OCD, that just is
yeah, that really messes with me because they're gonna keep the rest of them 2 years apart, and then they're just gonna have that 1 3-year thing. Oh, everybody with OCD is so pissed right now. Oh man, that's so and you can't fix that either. Like, it's not one thing that you can go back and tweak to the left or tweak to the right. That's permanent.
Unless they do another 3-year movie.
Yeah.
But who wants to wait 3 years?
I don't. I've been waiting too long. 2 years is enough, man. 2 years is enough. I don't know who is producing these movies. Well, I know who's producing them, but I don't know who
Warner
is.
Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Here's a little thing. So.
Unless they were to rush production and stuff. So
it's unless Warner Bros. Decides to shoot them back to back, then it's going to be 2023, 2025 in November for 4 and 5. But
so my question is, are they doing 5 movies, or are they going to continue on doing more movies?
Whoa. There's more. Okay, so, well, not really more, but so even if they did do them back to back, or did the 2-year apart thing with an extra year added in there, there's always a chance that they could keep a wide gap between sequels, because after the eras of Solo, a Star Wars story, I don't know if you ever watched that, but it was bad. The Warner Bros. Is likely aware that any franchise, no matter how beloved, can suffer from fatigue. So I think they're saying they don't want people to get tired of it. So given the lukewarm responses, oh, wow, okay. Apparently some people did not like the second one. The studio is likely being extra cautious with the 4th, 5th, and 3rd movie in the series. But at least we're guaranteed 3 more movies.
Yeah. Then again, I also kind of gotta say, with these extra movies, no matter what the response they're gonna get, it's still Harry Potter, and there's a lot of people that no matter how horrible the movie is, they're still gonna get the movie. They're still gonna add it to their collection, so that way they can say, "Oh, I have all of the Harry Potter, Wizarding World, anything Harry Potter related, I have it." No matter, you're always going to have those people. So either way, they're still going to make money because Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. So I have a little bit more info. So we all know Letta Lestrange died because she tried to help the others escape and everything. But so they're saying everybody, so Newt, Albus, Jacob, Tina, are all returning as their same characters and everything, same roles.
The same actors are going to be playing them.
Hey, fun thing. Oh, haha, here's funny. Okay, here's a little funny little something. So Queenie's going to be back. And Credence. And then, so they said Credence Barebone, but in parentheses they put, or is it Aurelius Dumbledore? Question mark. That's so funny. Johnny Depp is going to return as Gilderoy Grindelwald. Theseus Scamander will be back.
That'll be nice.
Oh. Okay, Theseus Scamander isn't bad, man. Not bad. I kind of like him. Ooh. Okay. Hey, J.K. Rowling apparently was hinting at Brazil-based scenes in Fantastic Beasts 3.
Ooh.
Hmm.
So, like, I still say I think that having like even if it's just one Alone Rewarder's movie, I would totally watch it, and I know that there are a lot of other fans who would totally watch that just because that would you like, especially with it being like it's gonna be in Hogwarts, so who doesn't want more time in Hogwarts? Also, like you're gonna get a bunch of comedy in that because this is a bunch of pranksters. You get to see a little bit of James and Lily romance, and like
So 1945, Grindelwald gets defeated. We all know that, and Dumbledore claims the Elder Wand. But coincidentally, that's the same year that Tom Riddle got graduated from Hogwarts.
I remember, didn't Tom Riddle? I remember because at school I did a project on like the Wizarding World history not long after he graduated, and it was he had went to Dumbledore, who had just not long after not long after he graduated became headmaster and asked for the dark arts job, and then Tom Riddle cursed the dark arts job, and ever since Hogwarts hasn't been able to have the same teacher for more than a year.
Yeah. That's Hey,
Let's just
do you know
say
why Ariana died?
why.
It turned out that she was an Obscurial.
So I think that with that information,
Oh wait. That's just a theory.
that's a theory. Well, it would also make sense if that type of thing ran through, because an Obscurial. All right, you know how purebloods are kind of sometimes known for um, second cousins dating each other type thing. That could have caused some magical birth defects, which means an Obscurial could be a birth defect of quote unquote inbreeding.
So
Or incest. There's a theory. There's another theory. Do you agree with that?
I don't know if I agree with that. I think we know why obscurals are created. We know how that's created and how things like that come about, and
Yeah.
it's from people suppressing their magical abilities, maybe because they have to, maybe because they don't want it, or something like that. So I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that. It's from.
Oh
inbreeding.
yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, it could happen with it. Also, it could be more. That could be more. They could be more prone to it because they don't want it because they see. Say Malfoy, for instance. He from early say from an early age, he's seen how his father and mother treat other people, and he doesn't want to be like that. So
mainly his father. I would say mainly his father. Yeah, I mean, I always thought
and then
Malfoy
try to
always kind of went along with it, but him not being able to kill Dumbledore, that and Snape having to step in, I was always like, he doesn't want to do it, and I feel so bad for him. Truly deep down, I know I hate him,
a
but
redemption arc.
yeah. I mean, he's still done bad stuff, and he's from a bad line of people, but I do have some sympathy for him.
I have a lot of sympathy for him because you look at how he's grown up and everything that he's done, everything that he did to Harry was one trying to get back at Harry for not accepting his friend request. pretty much. And since then, he's kind of hated Harry for that. But like, other than that, whenever he's done something to like to people other than Harry and his friends, he's kind of felt it. There kind of shows a little bit of him feeling bad for it. Like in the movies, you can see his facial expressions like afterwards and stuff. He's just doing it to earn his father's earn his father's being proud of him, but he never gets that. And I feel like once you get to the later years of Hogwarts, where he's kind of pushing himself away from the other Slytherins in a way, or that's kind of what I notice. Like in one, you see little yeah, I understand once you get older, you probably get a little bit more introverted than what you were as a child, but like that is so dramatic for like how he himself went from being like popular to like 60, or he was around no one, like no one whatsoever, and that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, he's still around like his two like minions, I guess you call them.
Yeah,
but like otherwise, I see what you're saying.
Like,
I don't know. I think that in that kind of situation, when you're surrounded by like bad people, I feel like there's two paths you can take. You can either try to right their wrongs, like Arrow. There you go. That's okay. DC mention. We're on a roll.
It reminds me
or
of the story
you fall
of
into
the
it.
two sons of an alcoholic. Like, you got one choice. You become an alcoholic because your father was an alcoholic, or you become a non-alcoholic because your father was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
There's two roads.
Yeah. You can either fall into it, or you can do the exact opposite. Try and right their wrongs.
Or learn from them, or you either learn to be them or learn from them.
Yeah. And I think Malfoy had a tough decision to choose from that, because his father rightfully everybody expected him to become his father. And I don't think he wanted to do that, but he also knew that his father was dangerous and powerful, and he didn't want to kill himself in the act, you know? So
I think at first, all the way up to 5th year, that he kind of wanted to be his father. Like, he wanted to earn, like, he wanted to make everyone proud. He wanted all of his family to be like, to show more. He thought he could earn their love in a way, the way it seemed he was acting, that he was hoping to earn their love by. But as he got to his 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, like the first 3 years, he kind of actually, like, with his 4th and 5th year, he started noticing that no matter what he's doing, he doesn't get it right. Because the first 3 years, he was horrible. But then, like, the 4th and 5th, he kind of backed off.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see how he reacts to things and how he changed throughout. But I mean, I think he had choices to make, and I think it's really hard when he was in that situation. And honestly, I've read some continuations of Harry Potter, whether it's fan fiction or even by J.K. Rowling. None of it does him justice. I want to see what J.K. Rowling truly thinks and how she truly would continue it. And it's so hard to go about that. 100% agree. But I am looking forward to maybe after all this Fantastic Beasts stuff is done, maybe something else, just a little sprinkle in the water. I think, because I don't think Harry Potter's going to be dead for a long time.
So I have a feeling the reason why she hasn't been doing too much to do with like Harry Potter and like all those characters is there's a lot of people that will start batching authors to be sorry.
You're fine.
But like I feel like there's a lot of authors, like even when you look at the Hunger Games, like when that author tries to continue or like add on to the story or do prequel, everyone's saying, oh, she's milking out the money milking out more cash for that. While some people are like, well, I actually just want to know. I want to know more about this series. Like, I want to know as much as I can get out of it because I love the series.
My thing is, I don't care if she's milking out the money or not. She's still taking the time to write these books, and I know she puts a lot of effort into them. And she came up with Harry Potter, so she deserves all the money she can get, man. She deserves the entire world. She's a single mom with like 3 kids, I think, and it blows my mind that Harry Potter started on a napkin. And I think it takes somebody with such a special mind and such a special talent to come up with something as great as this, as the Wizarding World, you know?
Like, for me, clearly she's still putting in effort. Like, if she wasn't putting in any effort with everything else, then yeah, I can understand why that type of opinion from other people. But she's putting in effort. And, like, even when you look at Wizarding World and stuff, like, you can tell she puts effort to think things through, think how, she has a character. She probably has a book on every character in her mind and that things that she looks at. And to me, when she's continuing and pulling out other bits and pieces, it's interesting to see what more can you learn, because this isn't just like what makes Harry Potter a lot different to Hunger Games, in my opinion, is like, yeah, Hunger Games has their own timeline and stuff, but like Harry Potter, she went and thought through this. Like you can look online to answers, the people she answers in Twitter and stuff, and there's like this website called Harry Potter Alexis or something. But if you were to look up Harry Potter timeline, there would be the Harry Potter lexicon, and like these people went through everything possible to see what she's answered and said about all these timelines. So you have timelines from like the beginning of human civilization time. And it's like really interesting to see how everything like goes, and like to think that clearly she has more information on stuff during the 20th century and the 21st century, but like to look at it, it's so cool.
Yeah. All right. I think we're going to have to end it here. Thank you guys for checking out our podcast. Make sure you comment down below what you think, any theories that you think are pretty cool. We want to hear from you guys. Check out some of our other videos too. I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
Bye.